May I have your attention, please? Our award ceremony will begin in 5 minutes. Once again, our ceremony will begin in 5 minutes. Thank you. please welcome Julianne Andreessen, Interim Executive Director, CU Boulder Alumni Association.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being here tonight. It is truly a joy to welcome you to the 96th Annual Alumni Awards here at CU Boulder. There is a special energy in the room, one that comes from gathering with people who love this university and who carry its spirit into the world. Tonight is all about conversation, community, and celebration. Once a year, we come together to honor remarkable buffs whose leadership, service, and impact reflect the very best of CU Boulder. It is a night to be inspired, to reconnect, and to feel proud of the incredible community we share. Before we dive in, I want to highlight a few important things. First, CU Boulder's land acknowledgement, which recognizes the history and presence of Indigenous peoples and their enduring relationship to their traditional homelands. Providing our land acknowledgement tonight is Louis Stempfer. Louis serves as CU Boulder Student Government's Homecoming and Athletics Chair, partnering with the Alumni Association on various student initiatives. He is both a Betcher and Leeds Scholar. And here he comes.
There we go. Thank you, everyone. The University of Colorado Boulder, Colorado's flagship university, honors and recognizes the many contributions of Indigenous peoples in our state. CU Boulder acknowledges that it is located on the traditional territories and ancestral homelands of the Cheyenne, Arapaho, and Ute nations. Their forced removal from these territories has caused devastating and lasting impacts. While the University of Colorado Boulder can never undo or rectify the devastation wrought on Indigenous peoples, we commit to improving and enhancing engagement with Indigenous peoples and issues locally and globally. We will do this by recognizing and amplifying the voices of Indigenous CU Boulder students, staff, faculty, and their works, educating, conducting research, supporting student success, and integrating Indigenous knowledge, consulting, engaging, and working collaboratively with tribal nations to enhance our ability to provide access and culturally sensitive support and to recruit, retain, and graduate Native American students in a climate that is inclusive and respectful.
Thank you, Louis. So I would like to take a moment to thank the many people across campus and in our community whose efforts have made this evening possible. Elevations Credit Union and Liberty Mutual Insurance are the sponsors of the evening, and we are so grateful for your partnership. I would also like to thank our table sponsors, the College of Communication, Media, Design, and Information, and the College of Engineering and Applied Science. To all the colleges and schools who are represented here tonight, the teaching and learning that happen within your walls are the heart of our community. Thank you for your support this evening. Our awards selection committee members have contributed considerable time and effort to make tonight possible. If you are a member of the awards selection committee, I invite you to stand if you are able and be recognized. I can't see if people are staying. There we go. I'd also like to recognize the Alumni Association's current and past board members and extend a special recognition to our current board chair, Anthony Martini. Woo! This is a picture of them at the stock show. Isn't that awesome? Our Forever Buffs Advisory Board and its leadership work tirelessly on behalf of all alumni to empower the work we do throughout the year, including on celebrations like tonight. Our Forever Gold Club supports and gives back to the university in countless ways. These highly engaged alumni and friends make an incredible difference for our students and our campus. You will recognize them by the ribbon on their name tags. To the Forever Gold members who are with us tonight, thank you. I'd also like to give a special shout out to past award winner and Forever Gold board chair, Lisa Ayala Williams. And last but not least, I want to thank the Alumni Association staff and volunteers who have worked so tirelessly to deliver tonight's Alumni Awards and all the programming for Alumni Weekend. They bring passion and dedication to their work every day, and I am so honored to work with them. I also want to extend a warm welcome to everyone joining us via live stream. Even from afar, you're part of this celebration, and we're grateful you're with us. And how exciting is this? Our very first year hosting the Alumni Awards at the Limelight. We are so fortunate to have this beautiful space as part of our campus. It feels fitting to celebrate our honorees in a place that reflects the vibrancy and growth of CU Boulder. And what better time than Alumni Weekend, a weekend dedicated to honoring our shared pride, our academic excellence, and the strength of our Forever Buffs community. The Alumni Association's mission is simple yet powerful: to reach, serve, and engage more than 380,000 current and future alumni, building connection and community across generations. While the world has changed since the first graduating class formed the Alumni Association in 1882, that core mission has remained steady. That's why we're here tonight, to celebrate excellence, to honor impact, and to strengthen the bonds that tie us together as Buffs, no matter where life has taken us. And now, it is my great honor to introduce Chancellor Justin Schwartz. Since joining CU Boulder in 2024 from Pennsylvania State University, Chancellor Schwartz has brought a clear, forward-looking vision to our campus, strengthening student success, expanding access and affordability, and reaffirming CU Boulder's leadership in sustainability, academic freedom, and interdisciplinary problem solving. Before coming to CU Boulder, he served as provost at Penn State and dean of its College of Engineering. He is a fellow of the National Academy of Inventors, the American Association for the Advancement of Science, and several other scientific organizations. He holds 7 patents and serves on the Council of Competitiveness Executive Committee. Chancellor Schwartz is a values-driven leader committed to building a community where knowledge, service, and access go hand in hand. Please join me in welcoming Chancellor Justin Schwartz.
Thank you so much, Julianne. Good evening, everyone. It is truly wonderful to be here with you. This is always, one of my favorite events every year, because tonight is one of those moments that reminds us why CU Boulder is such a special place. We are gathering to celebrate our award-winning Buffs, individuals whose achievements, service, and leadership reflect truly the very best of this university. Every year, this event gives us the moment to pause and reflect on something powerful. A CU Boulder education does not end at graduation. It grows and it evolves. It extends into communities, into industries, and into lives around the world, carried forward by alumni like those who we honor tonight. This year, to make it a little extra special, we are celebrating CU Boulder's 150th anniversary. Yes. A century and a half of ideas that have shaped our state, our nation, and our world. That milestone invites us to reflect, but it also invites us to look forward with clarity and with ambition. So we are not simply celebrating where we have been, we are building on 150 years of momentum to define where we are going next. And as we create CU Boulder's next chapter together, we are guided by 4 priorities that reflect our mission and our values and position us for the next 150 years. First, we foster the success of our students, our faculty, and our staff. Success at CU Boulder is not a one-size-fits-all concept. It is personal. It is about belonging, well-being, and opportunity. It is about ensuring that every member of our community has the support they need to thrive, academically, professionally, and personally. Because when our people succeed, our university succeeds. As part of our commitment to student success, I am so appreciative of the Crown Institute for taking leadership in our Student Flourishing Initiative, bringing together faculty, staff, and students from across our campus to identify new ways to support and strengthen student mental health. We have also extended the Buff Pantry through our Basic Needs Center, responding to the unfortunate reality that over 20% of our students have reported experiencing food insecurity at some point during the last year. And knowing that students who live on or near campus for their entire duration experience higher levels of success across multiple measures, we are in the process of adding nearly 2,000 new on-campus beds through multiple housing projects. Thank you. Second, we are, of course, scaling our research and creative work excellence. Our campus is home to extraordinary thinkers and creators, and their work is pushing boundaries in fields that range from the arts, humanities, and social sciences, to engineering, quantum science, and environmental research, to law, education, and business. We are committed to expanding the reach and the impact of that work across the Colorado, across the nation, and across the globe. We don't focus just on producing knowledge, but on translating it to practice in ways that impact people's lives every day. One of the many areas where CU Boulder is producing actionable knowledge is the role higher education plays today in the survival of democracy. Several of our faculty recently received a grant from the Andrew Mellon Foundation to explore how to foster free and open conversations around divisive issues and reestablish higher education's leadership in fostering dialogue. And because we don't just study, but we do, next week we are hosting a discussion on campus with John Bolton and Susan Rice, where the debate question will be, is the United States in the process of committing superpower suicide? This is a powerful example of free and open conversation about a divisive issue. And if you're in town next week, I don't think we're quite sold out, but don't wait long. We're really looking forward to this, and this is a wonderful example of CU and the Benson Center partnering with the Steamboat Institute and the campus overall to bring this forward, to provide a platform here in Boulder for this conversation. Third, we are achieving global leadership in sustainability impact. At CU Boulder, sustainability isn't just an initiative, it's truly part of our core identity. It shapes and influences how we teach, how we learn, how we research, how we serve, and how we live. As the challenges facing our planet grow more urgent, we are leading with solutions that are innovative, equitable, and scalable. This moment calls for leadership, and CU Boulder is answering that call. For one example, we are currently partnering with the Colorado Office of Economic Development and International Trade to support communities across the state in their transition from coal to clean energy. This program includes many of our students who are contributing through their work and their capstone projects. So they're both enhancing the health and well-being and economic strength of our communities. They're advancing our commitment to sustainability, and they're getting a real-time experiential learning experience as part of their degree program. Finally, we are always looking to better align our resources and our infrastructure to our mission. Ambition requires a strong foundation, and that means investing wisely in our people, our spaces, and our systems. It means ensuring that our financial and operational structures support rather than limit the work that we aspire to do. One example of this work is our recent partnership with the Reicher Scholars Program, which is now providing $4.2 million in scholarships to help more Colorado students complete their degrees in less time and with less debt. Each of our priorities and all the incredible activity that happens in CU Boulder all began because someone had an idea. Ideas are truly the bedrock of progress. They are the heart of all that we do at CU Boulder because we create ideas, we debate ideas, we advance ideas, and then we disseminate them through our research, our students, and our entrepreneurship. This is why, as part of our 150th anniversary, as we both reflect and look forward, we launched what we call our Big Ideas Initiative. And we are asking buffs from across the entire campus to consider what is the next big audacious idea that needs our urgent attention? What transformative areas should this university focus on in the coming years? And if that question sounds vague, that is by design. Because creativity does not flourish in a box, and some of the greatest ideas in human history have come from asking the unbounded questions. What matters most is that our ideas are meaningful, ambitious, and transformative. We have opened the system to requests for ideas to our faculty, our staff, our students, our alums, and our friends, and in only a couple months, we've already received well over 600 submissions. These are the ideas that are going to help determine where CU Boulder chooses to lead in the years to come. So I hope you are feeling that these are truly exciting times to be at CU Boulder. We are so proud of the momentum that we are building, the national recognition of our programs, and those just keep coming in. Just this week, for example, U.S. News & World Report released their latest rankings, and I would take far longer than Julianne wants me to talk to go through all of the great accomplishments of our programs. But I will say that there were significant gains in rankings in the lead school and in just about every engineering graduate program, as well as other colleges across campus. These well-earned recognitions are demonstrations of the exceptional work happening everywhere at this campus. And so as we continue to build this future together, we are inspired by the work that's been done in the past and in the present. And nothing is more inspiring right now to me than these distinguished groups of Alumni Award recipients. Their stories remind us that Boulder's impact on lives and in the work of the Forever Buffs do every day has happened in classrooms, in laboratories, and now in boardrooms and communities here in Boulder and well beyond. So to this year's award winners, let me just start by saying not just congratulations, but thank you. Thank you for the example you set, for the work that you do, and for the way you carry CU Boulder with you into the world. I'd also like to take a moment to recognize several of the special guests who are here this evening. Provost Stevens, who joined us just this last summer, is sitting right here. Thank you, Anne, for being here. I know I've seen a number of our amazing deans around the room this evening, so I'd just like them all to stand. And there are other vice chancellors in the room as well, if they would take a moment and stand. I have lights on me, so I have no idea where you are. Our CU student government tri-execs are here. I know they're here because they were at my table. Please stand up and be recognized. They are on the countdown clock to graduation. And also, Chancellor Emeritus Phil DeStefano is here. Please, Phil, stand up. So many of the great things happening at CU Boulder owe themselves to you, Phil. So thank you for being here again tonight. Thank you. As we celebrate our alumni, we also celebrate the values that define our university. Values that have guided us for 150 years and will continue to guide us for the next 150 and beyond. These include curiosity, service, innovation, integrity, and the knowledge that ideas can change the world. So again, thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you for being part of this remarkable community. I am so happy to see all of you, and I know you're going to truly enjoy the rest of our evening program. And with that, I will hand it back to Julianne, who will guide us through the awards. Thank you, Julianne.
Thank you, Chancellor Schwartz. Tonight, we have the joy of celebrating the 96th Annual Alumni Awards, CU Boulder's second longest running tradition. The only known CU Boulder tradition that's been with us longer is our beloved Coloradan Alumni Magazine. That's how deeply rooted this celebration is in the story of the university. This year is especially meaningful, as Chancellor Schwartz said, as we mark 150 years of CU Boulder. And with that milestone, we have introduced exciting updates to the program. We are thrilled to introduce a new element to the ceremony. Past award winners will be presenting this year's awards. Several of tonight's presenters were honored in 2020, a year when we weren't able to gather in person due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Also presenting our Alumni Award winners from 2016, 2019, and 2022. We're delighted to have them help us honor this year's remarkable recipients. And now, on with the show. Our first presenter for the night is the 2016 Forever Buffs Student Award winner, Floyd Pierce III.
Good evening, everyone. I'm honored to present our first award of the evening, the Forever Buffs Student Award. This award recognizes CU Boulder students who have demonstrated their CU pride through extraordinary service to the university. And tonight, we have two deserving recipients of this award. Our first award winner is Aditya Poor.
During his time as a student at CU Boulder, Aditya Poor, known as Adi, has made a difference in science in the community and among his peers. Adi has contributed to advances in additive manufacturing, materials science, and engine component design, work that is shaping the future of flight and space exploration. He also founded the CU Gateway Club, which connects his fellow students to high-profile internships, including at NASA. His dedication to his fellow students is evident in his role as president of the Senior Class Council and as leader of CU's Legislative Council. He advocated for students shaping policy and stewarding key campus initiatives. Outside of CU, Audi co-founded Free PPE KC, a nonprofit that delivered more than 8,000 units of 3D printed personal protective equipment during the pandemic. For his excellence in academics and his leadership on campus and beyond, the CU Boulder Alumni Association is pleased to present Aditya Poor with the Forever Buffs Student Award.
Thank you. This is heavier than I was expecting. Thank you so much to the Alumni Association for giving me this honor. It's a moment of pride to know that I have made an impact on a community that has truly shaped me into the person that I am today. I want to start off with just some acknowledgments. When I came on to CU Boulder as a freshman, I was very ambitious. I had a lot of dreams, a lot of goals, a lot of things I wanted to accomplish. And, if you shoot for the stars, we'll land on the moon somewhere. So a lot of programs on campus helped me fulfill that role. PLC, for starters, President's Leadership class, taught me, thank you, yeah, taught me what it means to be a true leader. Taught me what it means to cherish the communities around you and be grateful for the opportunities given to you. On top of that, doing research through the College of Engineering with Dr. McCurdy, learning that problems don't always have answers. And again, if you shoot for the stars, you'll land on the moon somewhere. Additionally, my time with SEC and CUSG, learning what it really means to be a CU buff. I got to see every facet of such an amazing campus, and without a doubt, I would not be announced the man I am today without CU. There's a great quote, I believe it's Socrates, that says, luck is when preparation meets opportunity. And I'm proud to say that not only did CU give me the preparation I need to tackle everything I see, but also the opportunities to succeed. Last week, I had the great opportunity to be on console and mission control for Artemis II. And thank you. And, being on the propulsion side of things, we've got about 8.8 million pounds of thrust in our hands. And if we don't do our job right, something could go wrong. But I was sitting right next to a CU alum on console. And for a long time, I've asked myself, what does school pride mean? Is it buying all the jerseys, having all the memorabilia, or, having a blazer with CU insignia inside of it? But what I'll tell you is school pride is sitting in that room and knowing that because I have a CU buff next to me, everything's going to be all right. We're going to kill it. CU, we're going to land on the moon. We're going to change the world, all because of the work that we all do, not only as an alumni community, but also on campus, starting in those classrooms, starting with the support that we give our fellow students. Now, the last thing I want to say is that it truly takes a village. You just see me standing up here today, but there's a lot behind me, my mom, my sister, my friends, my girlfriend, and again, all the organizations that have supported me to this day. Very, very thankful for them, and I would encourage everyone to spend a little bit of time to extend gratitude towards those that have supported you to be where you are today as well. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Let's go, Buffs.
That was awesome. That was so cool. Congrats, Audie. Huge congratulations. All right. Our second winner of the Forever Buff Student Award is Camden Dempsey.
At CU Boulder, Camden Dempsey has become a shining example of what it means to be a forever buff. Known as the governor on the CU football team, a title given by Coach Prime, Camden served as a trusted spokesperson and culture builder, balancing the demands of a 5-year student athlete with exceptional academic achievement. He became a connector across campus, linking athletics, leadership programs, and the wider CU community. As a Betcher Scholar, Lead Scholar, and member of the President's Leadership class, Camden represented more than 5,000 student athletes as co-president of the Big 12 Student Athlete Advisory Committee, elevating their voices on a national stage. An entrepreneur and innovator, he also co-founded Ver Estate and will soon join the prestigious Schwarzman Scholars Program in Beijing. For his remarkable leadership and impact, the Alumni Association is honored to present Camden Dempsey with the Forever Buff Student Award.
Well, thank you all very much. And you're right, the lights are very bright up here. Well, first of all, good evening. And thank you all so very much for this incredible honor. Being recognized with this Forever Buffs Award is something that I'm not only truly grateful for, but seems pretty surreal. I want to start by thanking the people who made my time at CU what it was. First of all, Katie, Kramer, can you please stand up? The Betcher Foundation. Everyone from the Betcher Foundation, please. Absolutely amazing organization. You know, they were a key part of my time here at CU, and I could not have done what I've done without them. So thank you all so very much for investing in me and my time here at CU. I want to thank the faculty, the professors, all of my coaches, Coach Prime, and the staff who pushed me, who challenged me, and who supported me every step of the way. My classmates and my teammates who made this experience not just meaningful, but unforgettable. And I really want to thank my parents and and my sister for their constant support and belief in me. CU is built on something deeper than just academics or athletics. There's a real pride and tradition here, something that you feel when you step on campus. And for me, that started long before I was a student. My grandfather began bringing me to football games when I was a little kid. He had season tickets since 1967. And somewhere between those Saturdays at Folsom, I had learned what it meant to be a Buff. I also did learn very early that we never root for Nebraska and never to wear red. But by the time I got here, I didn't just want to attend CU. I wanted to live up to that tradition. I had the opportunity to play football. I had an opportunity to be a part of the President's Leadership class and the Lead Scholars Program, shout out to them, to represent my university at the national level, and along the way somehow picked up the name The Governor, which I think really just meant that I talked a lot, and I love this place. So now, a few weeks away from graduating with my master's in real estate, I'm really proud of what this journey has been, and soon I'll be heading to China for a year to take on a new set of challenges. But no matter where I go, CU Boulder is always going to be home for me. It's the place that has shaped me. It's where I learned to lead, how I learned to work hard, and how to stay grounded in something bigger than myself. So my hope is that as I grow, I can make an impact that reflects on the pride and tradition of this university and continue to represent CU in the way that makes this community proud. So with that, thank you all again so very much. This place is my home. It will always be my home, and I will always love everyone in this room. And it's always Go Buffs, so thank you.
Congratulations, Camden. Our next presenter is the 2020 Kalpana Chawla Award winner, Wei Wu.
It is my greatest honor to be here and presenting our second award for the evening is the Kalpana Chawla Outstanding Recent Graduate Award, which has been presented since 1982 and recognizes CU Boulder alumni who have been made exceptional contributions to their field within 15 years of leaving CU. It was renamed in 2004 to honor CU Boulder alumna Kalpana Chawla, who had an impressive career as a scientist and an astronaut. Kalpana died on February 1st, 2003, when the Space Shuttle Columbia exploded upon re-entering into Earth's atmosphere. Tonight, we honor Dr. Stephen Kissler.
A leading voice in public health during the COVID-19 pandemic, Dr. Stephen Kissler started his education at CU Boulder as a Becher Scholar. His work, which focused on research in applied mathematics and infectious disease modeling, led to a career in pandemic preparedness. At the Harvard T.H. Chan School of Public Health during the pandemic, he published landmark research on transmission dynamics and became a trusted advisor to many. His leadership and expertise helped shape equitable vaccination strategies in real-time pandemic decision-making. Stephen is back at CU Boulder now as a faculty member, leading a lab that's developing digital tools for outbreak surveillance. Because of his contributions to global health research and education, the CU Boulder Alumni Association is honored to present the Kalpana Chawla Outstanding Recent Graduate Award to Dr. Stephen Kissler.
Wow, hi. It's so great to be here and such an honor to receive this award. So much fun to reconnect with so many mentors and friends from across the years. It's a special honor to be receiving this specific award, because on reflecting on it, February of 2003 was really somewhat of a turning point in my life. I remember exactly where I was, as I'm sure many of you do, when I learned of the Columbia disaster. I was at the kitchen table doing math homework, of all things. I was 12. I was still innocent, but I was old enough to know something about loss. And I remember just being struck in that moment about this image of profound greatness and profound vulnerability that was all wrapped up in one. It was just a few weeks later that we learned of the spread of a novel coronavirus in East Asia. And I remember a young doctor who sounded the alarm and later contracted SARS himself and ultimately passed from it. And there again was this pinnacle of bravery and brilliance and fragility that was all wrapped up together. So in a way, everything that I've done since then has in part been an attempt to respond to those few weeks. How do we respond usefully and courageously to our vulnerability? How can we work for goodness and beauty and for hope and community and protect what we care about most while recognizing that nothing is guaranteed? So receiving this award tonight is an immense honor, and I want to thank the CU Alumni Association. I want to thank my mentors, family, and friends who have helped me along the way. You've taught me how to prove theorems and to write essays, but you've also shown me in 100 diverse ways what it looks like to live well and how to quietly serve those around me in this strange, scary, and beautiful world. I want to thank especially the Applied Math Department, the Betcher Foundation for all of their support along the way, PLC, the Engineering Honors Program, and just everyone who's been such a huge support. And so I hope that I can somehow do honor and justice to Kalpana Chawla's memory. So to her, in gratitude for her life, and to all of those who have helped me along the way, those who are here and those who are scattered across the world. Thank you.
Congratulations, Stephen. Please welcome our 2020 Robert L. Stearns Award winner, Bud Coleman.
Thank you, everyone. The next award being presented this evening is the Robert L. Stearns Award, the highest Alumni Association award recognition for members of the CU Boulder faculty and faculty and staff. It was created in 1953, the year CU Boulder alumnus Bob Stearns retired as CU's 6th president. The Robert L. Stearns Award honors exceptional achievement and service in any one and usually many of the following areas: outstanding teaching, extraordinary service to the university, exemplary work with students, significant research, and off-campus service to the community. We have 2 special award winners this evening. And I have to say, as a faculty member, I observe the work of these 2 individuals on an everyday basis. These 2 people did not do the good work because they were aiming for an award. They did the hard work of serving our students because it was the right thing to do. It is my incredible honor to recognize our first winner, David Martinez.
At CU Boulder, David Martinez has been a cornerstone of student success, community building, and inclusive excellence. Dave joined CU in 1990 and has since dedicated his career to creating pathways of opportunity for first-generation, rural, and marginalized students. As program coordinator and manager in the College of Communication, Media, Design, and Information, he leads the Pathways to Excellence and CMDI Connections summer programs, initiatives that have elevated student achievement and supported hundreds of buffs through graduation and beyond. Dave is known for his warmth, generosity, and commitment to helping every buff feel seen, supported, and capable of success. Dave also maintains a deep network of CU Boulder alumni who credit him directly for their career successes. One group of alumni even referred to him as a lighthouse, guiding their student journey. For his deep care for the success of all students, the Alumni Association is honored to award David Martinez with the Robert L. Stearns Award.
Thank you, Dr. Coleman. I'm deeply honored and honestly overwhelmed to be recognized on the same stage as so many amazing students, alumni, and faculty. This award is a reflection of what happens when a college commits to creating a community that's welcoming and supportive to everyone. It is the greatest honor when a student who once felt overwhelmed by this big campus grows to feel at home and appreciated. Helping students find their people and their home here has been the most fulfilling work I can imagine. I'd like to recognize a few people who have made my work successful, because you cannot do this alone. Thank you to my family who were enthusiastic to join me tonight, as well as former Pathways students to celebrate this honor with me. I would like to thank Dean Lori Bergen, as well as Paul Vokes, Dean Emeritus at the Journalism School. Paul Vokes helped me create Pathways and laid the groundwork for the impact it has created. And I am blessed that Dean Bergen has made Pathways a signature program in our college, and to Tana Schultz, continuing to support it. Thanks to Dr. Danielle Hodge, who is an amazing leader, and the latest link in a chain of champions for inclusivity at CMDI. And I share this recognition with many colleagues and community partners who make inclusivity work possible every day. Thank you to the Alumni Association, especially Daniela Martinez-Carpizo, also a former Pathways student. You all put on a fantastic show. Thank you especially to my colleagues, Chrissy Harrison and Jill White, who nominated me for this incredible honor. I am so grateful and humbled by your belief in me. And most of all, thank you to each student who walks through my door, whether you were there because you were feeling lost, were looking for a connection, or wanted to hand me an invitation to your wedding or graduation. Watching you grow into incredible people and confident leaders has been my greatest professional joy. Always remember, si se puede. With gratitude and thank you. What can I say? They're all amazing. I love them all. All right, look. Okay. All right.
One more, guys, one more.
I love these people.
Indeed. Thank you to David Martinez. As you've just seen, this is the impact of love for the students of this university. And that love, we are in a bounteous season because we have another Robert L. Stearns Award winner this evening. And it is my joy to present Provost Emeritus Russell Moore.
For more than 15 years, Russell L. Moore helped define CU Boulder's academic direction as the university's longest-serving provost. As provost, Russ exhibited steady leadership, innovation, and a deep commitment to student success. During his tenure, CU earned a number 5 national ranking for university startup creation and launched the College of Media, Communication, and Information, the university's first new college in 50 years. Russ also guided the reorganization of the College of Arts and Sciences and championed initiatives that drove the second fall retention rate of the CU first year's cohort to a record 89%. Through pivotal moments, including the COVID-19 pandemic, his steady leadership supported significant growth, with enrollment increasing 15% and sponsored research funding rising 80% to $684.2 million. For his lasting contributions to academic excellence and the success of CU Boulder, the Alumni Association is honored to present Russell L. Moore with the Robert L. Stearns Award.
And I have to follow David Martinez. Well, first of all, it's very humbling to be amongst these incredible award winners today. And first of all, I want to extend thanks to my nominator, John Leach. Thanks so much. I know that's a lot of work. And I've been at CU since 1993, and you don't do it without a lot of support. To my wife, Stacy, my kids, Kelsey and Bryce, thank you so much for the support. I uprooted them from Pennsylvania to come here and try a new experiment, and I think it worked out well. A lot of the accomplishments that were stated here are not mine. They belong to the whole CU community, the faculty, the staff, the students, the amazing mentors that I've had along the way, and I have the honor to have worked with Phil DiStefano for many years, and many of the incredible deans who are here, and the students. I know I've met some of them tonight. This truly is an incredible place, and when I came here, I used to joke that I came here because there weren't enough administrators around to say no to doing things. And I think that's a testimony to the ability to really think big. I'm delighted that Chancellor Schwartz has launched this big idea campaign, because I can think of no better place in the country, or for that matter, in the world, to have such an effort, because we have so many talented faculty, staff, students, and alumni. So thank you very much, and once again, I'm incredibly humbled to be amongst this incredible group. Thank you.
Congratulations, Russ. Our next presenter is the 2022 Leanne Scupa Lee Award winner, Vanessa Lopez.
The Leanne Scupa Lee Award has been presented annually since 1984 to honor the most effective and passionate volunteers who serve the CU Boulder Alumni Association. It honors alumni who embody the forever buff spirit of connecting, contributing, and celebrating their CU pride through extraordinary service to the university. Leanne Scupa Lee was a beloved and energetic Alumni Association staffer who worked tirelessly with alumni volunteers. She died at a very young age. Leanne's widower, Les Lee, is usually in attendance, but unfortunately was unable to make it this year, but sends his regrets. This award was created to honor Leanne and those who work hard on behalf of the university. Tonight, we honor Dale Farrand.
At CU Boulder, Dale Farrand has become one of the Forever Buffs community's most devoted and wide-reaching volunteer leaders. Since graduating from CU, Dale has woven service into every part of his life. He spent 25 years in the U.S. Army, leading soldiers around the world and building the humility, steadiness, and integrity that define him today. After retiring from the Army, Dale continued serving others by supporting veterans, strengthening civic engagement, and championing student success, while building a second career in the defense and aerospace industry. Through it all, CU Boulder has remained a constant for him. As the longtime leader of the Forever Buffs Washington, D.C. chapter, Dale has built an inclusive and joyful community for buffs of all ages. Staff lovingly call him a unicorn alum for his exceptional dedication. For his extraordinary and enduring service, the Alumni Association is honored to award Dale Farrand with the Leanne Scupa Lee Award.
Okay. Thanks, Provost Moore. I don't have to follow David Martinez. So I will just say probably the best thing about receiving this award is for about the last 6 months on all the social media feeds, the picture that came up the most was me standing in the end zone of the Big House in 1994 after Cordell Stewart completed the Hail Mary for the Miracle in Michigan. So thank you very much for that, if nothing else. Thanks, Leah Crow, for nominating me, and by extension, the CU Boulder Alumni Association, who I've found to be one of the hardest working and passionate group of individuals. They put this on tonight, and if you had a positive experience with CU, most likely the Alumni Association was behind it. Thanks to my mom and dad for allowing me to not go to Bozeman, Montana, and come to Boulder, Colorado to go to school. So when you're 18 years old and your choices are Bozeman or Boulder, 6, 7, it's not a bad choice to make. 36 years ago, I met my FBFL, Forever Buff for Life, Kristen, here on the campus, sometime around this month, because the years were hazy back then. I had a great time at CU. My ROTC scholarship, the economy at the time, and my grade point average made one path clear after I left CU. I was going to be all I could be. So 25 years later, 3 countries, 6 states, 3 kids, 3 dogs, and 14 houses. That was a long journey. And what I found on that is every time we landed in a new state or a new country, we would look up a Forever Buff or look up a watch party, and boom, instant friends. When my 2 children, Corinne and Audrey, decided to come to CU, Kristen and I were able to see CU through a different set of eyes, theirs, and we rediscovered what a magical place this place is. And then we just took action, and that led me to where I am here today. All right. So, last but not least, I do want to thank my daughter McKenna, who chose Michigan State over the University of Colorado, but made it clear that the best college in Michigan is in East Lansing. So the reason I'm receiving this award is in a large part because of the community we created in Washington, D.C., the D.C. Forever Buffs chapter out there. And what I want to say to this group is I think everybody can use a community, maybe now more than ever. And it's really not that hard. All you need to do is find someone with a common interest, a common value, or a common experience, and reach out, connect, get together. Then find someone else that has that same common interest. Reach out, connect, get together. Repeat, repeat. Eventually you'll build a community. And then once you've done that, just go out and do some good. And that's really all we did in Washington, D.C. We built a community, and we went out and did some good. So again, I'm grateful to be here. Thanks for the nomination. Thanks for the award. And it's just great to be with all you Buffs. Thanks.
Congratulations, Dale. Our next presenter is the 2019 Alumni Recognition Award winner, Daniel Conroy.
Hello, and congratulations to all tonight's winners. The Alumni Recognition Award honors CU Boulder alumni who have demonstrated extraordinary leadership, commitment, dedication, and service to the advancement of the university and its mission. The Alumni Association has been presenting this award since 1935. Tonight, we recognize Dave Shannon.
For more than 3 decades, Dave Shannon has been a steady force for good in the CU Boulder and Boulder County communities. After moving to Colorado in 1993 and earning his MBA from the Leeds School of Business, Dave built a career centered on elevating people and strengthening teams. As Chief of Staff to author Jim Collins at the Good to Great Project, Dave helps shape strategy, develop talent, and ensure the organization thrives. He also has made a tremendous impact through sport. A nationally recognized triathlon coach, Dave has served as assistant coach for the CU Triathlon team for more than 15 years, guiding the Buffs to 7 consecutive combined national championships and 15 individual national titles. He also champions accessibility in athletics, co-founding the Strong Kids Triathlon, volunteering with athletes in tandem and mentoring athletes of all ages. For his exceptional service and leadership, the Alumni Association is honored to present Dave Shanin with the Alumni Recognition Award.
All right, well, I've just been out here living my best life every day, and then this happens. Thank you to the Alumni Association and to my friend Jennifer Nicholas for nominating and advocating for me for this award. There are a lot of CU alums who have accomplished great things in the world. I spend a lot of time pointing off into the distance and yelling at 20-year-olds. A blanket but heartfelt thank you to my friends, my fellow coaches who are here, a number of athletes and alums of the team, my work family at the Good to Great Project, and my own family, my kids, Cammie, Ben, and Nathan, all buffs, and Ben, a member of the triathlon team as well. A special thanks to my wife, Tegan, who the team knows as Mrs. Coach Dave. She's either accepted or acquiesced to all the time I spend with the team and our house being filled with team bikes and racks and boxes of donated gear. CU Triathlon has an impressive pedigree of winning, and I do love winning. But the spirit of this program goes way deeper than that. I love coaching champions, and I also love the audacity of those students who show up at the first fall practice saying, I can run a little, I don't own a bike, I don't know how to swim. We say we can work with that, and we do. They learn the sport, they get fast, and they build relationships with each other, and they learn a lot of life skills along the way. We build champions on and off the race course in this program. So thank you to the athletes who have come through our program over the past couple of decades. Triathlon and this team specifically attracts achievers, and the brain power on our teams over the years never ceases to amaze me. I get more than I give, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to work with our future leaders. Whatever you hear out there, I can assure you that we're in good hands with the best of this generation. The kids are, in fact, all right. And if you don't believe me, have a conversation with the teammates at tables 31 and 32, I can barely see out here, before you leave tonight. I would also be remiss if I didn't take this opportunity to note that the CU Tri team is student-led and it's student-funded. I know there's some heavy hitters in this room, so if you're looking for a place to direct donations, CU Triathlon welcomes you. Thank you. Happy birthday to my daughter, Cammie, and my friend Tia, who are here tonight. And Sco Buffs.
Congratulations, Dave. Our last presenter for the evening is the 2020 George Norland Award winner, Nikhil Mankikar.
Good evening. It is my privilege to be back home in Boulder, where champions roam, go Buffs. It's my privilege to introduce our final award this evening, the George Norland Award. This honor is the highest recognition presented by the CU Boulder Alumni Association and pays tribute to alumni of the University of Colorado Boulder for distinguished lifetime achievement. It recognizes alumni who have demonstrated a long-lasting commitment to excellence in their chosen field of endeavor and enduring devotion to the betterment of society and their communities. This year, the awards committee honors Dr. Susan Taylor Main.
For Dr. Susan Taylor Main, CU Boulder's chemistry labs became the starting point for a career that has transformed food and nutrition policy and improved public health across the country. Susan's leadership helped eliminate industrial trans fats from the U.S. food supply, an achievement linked to saving thousands of lives each year. After a 30-year career at Yale University, she became director of the FDA's Center for Food Safety and Applied Nutrition, where she shaped policy on added sugars, sodium reduction, and food safety. influencing the healthfulness and safety of the U.S. food supply. She and her team also led pioneering work on the use of whole genome sequencing of foodborne pathogens, which helps food safety experts prevent and solve foodborne outbreaks. For her lasting contributions to nutrition science and the greater good, the Alumni Association is honored to present Dr. Susan Taylor Main with the George Norlin Award.
My goodness, what an evening. I first want to thank the Alumni Association for this award and for my nominators who helped make this possible, Katie Kramer and Floyd Pierce from the Betcher Foundation, and Cindy Jameson-Gay, who was my CU roommate and friend for the past 50 years. I am really humbled and honored to receive the George Norlin Award. As a chemistry major, I spent many hours in the Norlin Library, and of course I recall the words that were inscribed on the building, emphasizing the importance of learning from history so as not to repeat the mistakes of the past. Norlin's words and actions reflected wisdom, courage, and character that has truly stood the test of time. Let me tell you a bit about how CU shaped my career. I grew up in Parker, Colorado, as a kid who loved math and science, and my high school calculus teacher is here tonight. We just figured this out. And I didn't know where that was going to take me. So first decision, where do you go to college? My father graduated from CU. My sister Lori, who's here with us tonight, was a sophomore at CU at the time. And CU was so respected in the sciences. The Betcher Foundation awarded me a very generous scholarship. CU offered me a spot in the president's leadership class, so off to Boulder I went. In the chemistry program, I learned that chemistry was the key to understanding life. I did research. I worked in the lab next to a very young assistant professor named Tom Check, who worked on RNA and went on to win a Nobel Prize in chemistry. Bert Tolbert was my advisor, and I learned biochemistry from Marvin Crothers. Boulder was a mecca for fine athletes, and I volunteered in the Human Performance Laboratory at CU, which really piqued my interest in nutrition and exercise science. At CU, I had the opportunity to meet Linus Pauling, a double Nobel laureate, who spoke about vitamins and health. These experiences were formative in my decision to pursue doctoral studies in nutritional biochemistry. That led me to Cornell, which fueled my passion for nutrition and health. And that wasn't my only passion. I met my husband, Jim, at Cornell as well. My journey then took me to Yale to do postdoctoral training in public health, which is aimed at taking care of the whole population. And that mission truly inspired me. At Yale, I loved doing research, teaching, and mentoring. I also became the proud mom of 2 wonderful sons. Both were born at Yale New Haven Hospital. As department chair, I relied on my CU leadership training. I sought out and received additional training in executive leadership at Yale. Then out of the blue, I was called to federal leadership at the FDA to help advance a bold nutrition agenda that the First Lady, Michelle Obama, was championing. I understood the role I could be assuming was a huge job, being responsible for about 80% of the US food supply. My spouse ultimately convinced me to take it. He said, "You will always wonder what your career could have been if you don't." I committed to 2 years, and I ended up staying for almost 9. It was a truly remarkable experience. Reflecting back, I am so grateful for the opportunities I had to pursue a career based on my love of science, coupled with a strong public health mission. And both are under attack at this point, so I'm going to continue to champion those 2 areas along with higher education. And it all started right here at CU with the support of the Betcher Foundation, my mentors, my family. My mom was supposed to be here tonight, but at last minute couldn't join us. She's watching us virtually. And so thank you to all of my friends, families, mentors, and everyone who helped make this possible. I'm very humbled and honored.
Wow, I have to echo Dr. Main. What a night, right? Congratulations to Dr. Susan Taylor Main and all of the evening's winners. Please join me in giving them one more rousing round of applause. Tonight's honorees remind us what it truly means to be a buff. Through their lives, their leadership, and their impact, they uplift their communities and inspire all of us. I am continually inspired by our Forever Buffs and the difference each of you is making in the world. Your achievements, your service, and your spirit are what keep this community vibrant and strong. And now, I invite you to help us celebrate even more remarkable alumni. Nominate a fellow buff who deserves to be recognized at next year's award ceremony. Think about the alumni, students, faculty, and staff whose accomplishments have made you proud, and use the QR code in today's program or on the screen to submit your nomination. Nominations are open now, and the first round nomination is a very simple 350-word description of why you think they deserve it. So it's not a big lift. If they move to the second, then we'll talk to you a little bit more. But if you are inspired tonight, take a moment and nominate your deserving buff in the next day or so. The Alumni Association is dedicated to uplifting and connecting our Forever Buffs, just as we have done tonight. We are proud to stand with you as part of this world-class university and this extraordinary community. Thank you for being here and for sharing in this celebration. As we continue our 150th year anniversary, I hope you'll join us for the many celebrations ahead. Alumni Weekend continues throughout the weekend, and the Conference on World Affairs begins on Monday. I am excited for all the celebrations we will share during this momentous year. Please feel free to stay, mingle, and enjoy time with your fellow Forever Buffs and tonight's honorees until about 9 p.m. Thank you again for celebrating with us, and remember, always keep CU in your heart. Thank you.